into the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Well, good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days, right here on AfterBuzz TV.
Take that for your real.
I will have you know, being the professional that I am, I just kept going. Smile and all.
You did.
That is a true professional.
You did.
I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by a gaggle of folks who know all there is to know about Days of Our Lives. Now, of course, we usually go to my far left, but I'm going to wait because there's a surprise guest, not so surprise guest sitting next to him. So first, I'm going to go right over here to my left, which is my chocolate twin. We have
James Lott Jr. You can follow me on Black Hope LA on Twitter.
Nobody asked you where to follow. We do that later.
And James Lott Jr. on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, so you just had to get that out?
Yes, I got it out.
You feel better now?
I do, actually.
Well, y'all make sure y'all follow him. And to my far left.
Why don't you introduce him then?
No,
first.
I got this.
Because by the time it cuts over,
But no, I got this. That's why I'm sitting here.
you know, we like to produce as we go.
So to my far left, we have the guy whose hair is longer than the car crash.
Oh my God.
Mark J. Freeman. Even though I did get a cut today.
It's still,
So it's not
it's
big.
still long.
It's not big.
No, yes, it is.
No, it's not. I was even going, oh, it's so short.
The panel.
No, it's
No?
very big.
It's still big.
No, it's big.
It's tight.
Closer to Jesus. Closer to Jesus.
Speaking of, oh my God, who chunked this?
You did.
Well, the person this came from, you all know him as Eric Brady. We have in the house with us for the very first time.
Yes.
Indeed.
Your name?
There's
You do it.
Yeah.
You do it.
Well, Greg Vaughan. Thank you. It's not Billy Flynn. Okay.
Oh my God.
And you know what? You know who's okay with that?
Yes.
Me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He's pretty.
Thank you for
pretty
making this happen.
anti-Billy.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Now, of course, you guys make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Dishin Days if you haven't already. Also, later on, we will be revealing the person who will win the signed script that was posted on our Instagram.
Oh, good.
And you guys, once again, got us up to our next goal on Instagram, which was 1,600. Mm-hmm. And now we've unlocked yet another prize. So I will tell you what prize you will win later on today. And Mark, remind the folks about the.
I love coming in and finding out what's going on because I didn't know any of this.
You know.
I don't care. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I love hearing it because I was like, we have more followers.
You know what? You know what's so funny about that? It's all written in this Google Doc here.
Well, I was doing an interview prior to this.
You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna preference everything Billy Flynn, so that way you'll read the rest of it.
I would definitely read it.
Got it.
Message.
Subject
matter.
Yes.
Billy Flynn.
I feel like I'm getting a label now.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting labeled.
As Mrs. Billy
And
Flynn.
you have much better hair than he does.
You said it, not me.
Gray
I did not say that, Billy.
It's there.
I did not say that.
It's okay. I said it.
Oh, folks in the chat room are liking Greg's beard.
Yes.
They're loving it. They're all saying they love
Look
it.
at that.
Yeah.
He is
There's a
fine.
love-hate thing on it. You know, I have sensed that a lot of people like get rid of it. Makes me look old. But unfortunately, you know, as an actor, there's things that I'm also researching and diving into that I need to expand my diversity and my.
You can't always be clean cut Eric Brady,
No,
priest
no.
of all priests.
No, because you get this narrow tunnel vision look, and people, you know, in trying to expand my horizon, they want to see that's just not a big to the face, you know. They want to see what else is behind the mask. You know? So
this took me 43 years.
Oh my God.
I just got that.
I did take it down before I came in. I will take that. It was much more, so
Yeah.
I did take it down. I stopped by to see some friends and pick up a few things, and It's a bit long.
We have 233 people watching.
What?
We beat our last
Yay!
Yes. So, just a reminder, if during this broadcast we get to 300 live viewers, we are giving away a signed script live here on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I like that.
Something else, Mark.
I like that. What else? What did now? You were throwing it over to me to do something, but what was I supposed to do?
You know what?
Or did you already do it?
Irrelevant.
But I do want to mention this elephant that happens to be right here.
Yes.
I just
Signed
signed
the
right
booty.
there. 'Cause that's the story.
I love it.
Storyline.
Yeah.
But I mean, not to take our whole show away from what we're talking here.
Well,
Jen Lilly signed that.
Jen
Not
Lilly.
that she had anything to do with that storyline.
Well, she gave us the elephant.
She gave it to us.
Yeah. So we felt like
She always finds a way to get involved.
Right? Exactly.
And
Love
So
Jen.
it was appropriate. But we felt like it was appropriate to have the elephant out here singing this out. It was such a driving force of a storyline on Days.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Right. And how many times we should have counted how many times we're like, the elephant.
You know, our first episode, I watched it this weekend, and that was the first thing I said. Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Well, now that we're not going to talk about the elephant anymore, because we don't want to make the whole show about the elephant.
Right, right.
Look, you just take it off the desk.
We need to get a couple more autographs on
Yes.
there, too.
This,
All right.
this is what we're going to talk about this year.
Yes.
There we
This
go.
is what
Yes.
we're working for this
Yes.
year.
right.
Yes.
And you
Another
had
one
some
to be-
scenes that totally could do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of those scenes, let's get right into it. It's now time. Before we
You're
do
gonna-
before we do it,
Tell me when.
Okay.
I'll tell you
James,
when.
do you
Before we
mind?
do it,
No, I don't. I know usually I do it, but
do
it's-
know
yes.
that this is your moment.
now
Other
this
than,
is your
than
moment.
promoting your own social media, this is. Am I on? Do I have to put gloves on or anything?
No, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
We want you to touch it because it adds more value to it.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Yes.
before we
yes.
go into Dishin Days, we want to let you guys know Martha Madison was supposed to join us
yes.
today, but she woke up very sick. And even though she was going to come in and give it to all of us so that she could be here with you guys, I told her we will reschedule. So
We could have just put her in the corner.
nobody
Nobody
puts
puts baby in the corner.
Baby in the corner. That's right. Baby in the corner. That's
Nobody
right.
puts baby in the corner.
So we wish her well. You guys tweet
Get
her
well.
and let her know. But now it's
you,
time
Martha.
to start
Dishin Days.
Okay.
There it is. That is the hardest project here.
I know. Like,
You know, when James does it, it seems so much heavier.
Well, as you can see, I did a little early morning workout.
morning
I put
workout.
the t-shirt in the dryer a little longer than normal.
I love that.
I love it. Oh my god.
All
I love
right,
it.
so let's kick things off. First off, with the Philip Bell Sean storyline.
Brandon Beamer's back.
Yes, Brandon Beamer is back, and can we? How can I put this? No, there's no way to put this lightly. Yeah,
Bell's a whore.
Slut.
Whore.
Is better. But listen,
Whore.
she
She's
is
a lady.
she's-
Let's be nice.
Yes.
And she happens to be Eric's sister.
Yeah, this is
Oh
true.
my god, that's right. She's your
Don't be
sister. It's like-
offensive.
But
That's
Listen,
right. I
there is a
forgot.
Brady.
Go
But-
ahead.
Yeah.
she's, listen, she's a divorcee and she's trying to get hers.
She chose. I was pissed. She chose her hormones over her daughter.
Listen, the girl's got things she
It's-
needs too. She has
Well,
needs.
He's
There's nothing wrong with
all
that.
for it.
Listen,
They're staying at their grandparents, first of all. It's not like she's left her abandoned in her
No,
house.
but her daughter says I want.
She
to get
had
closer
work to
again.
do anyway, so why not?
She said, I want to get close. When your daughter comes to you, I have daughters. They come to you and they want to be closer with you and have a day together. You should do it.
But was obviously
Like
doing
literally
it.
do it, or
like
I mean,
figuratively.
I
It's not
find
that
that a
kind of
little
show.
strange that her daughter is like encouraging this.
She's like,
do it as in have a girl's day.
a girl's day.
yeah.
Okay, I got off
girl's
track.
day.
Yeah.
You know,
Whereas Belle was kind of like, no,
No.
I'm gonna go do it.
So it sounds
Yeah.
nice,
but we also know that she was Claire was doing it to keep her there because she didn't want her to be with Philip. That was
Right.
very obvious, and it was obvious to Belle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So there's a big difference between Mom, I want to do our nails and
wait a
have
minute.
a
Was it
girl's
obvious to
day.
Belle? I don't know if it was obvious to Belle.
No, it was obvious
I
to
think
Claire.
I think it was obvious.
No, I think Belle wanted. I almost said something. Wanted to get with Philip.
Well, yeah,
Well,
because
clearly.
because listen, she was
Oh, Belle was something else.
who did she go out with? Oh, it was Chad
Yes,
first.
yes.
And that failed because Abigail came busting in
Yeah.
and totally ruined that moment. So
Yeah.
she was like, ugh, couldn't get it then. And then now here's Philip. He's like, let's whisk away to Vegas, and I have work. You can do your work there. Like we're totally good. And she's like, I'm down.
They have a history together. It's not like it's some random person.
No, the thing is, I like them. Actually, I like them together. I think John Paul's doing a great job as Philip. I like him as Philip, and I think they have great chemistry together. And it's fine. I just didn't like this decision, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
She chose her daughter.
Have it.
Go and get yours where you can, Belle. Go and get it. Go and get it. I was all for it. I was like, girl, you better go.
I never thought I'd say this, but I agree with Tony.
As you should.
Wow, you guys are that's crazy.
As you should more often.
That is crazy.
I'm going to accept this storyline with open.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Tell him, Tony.
I'm just a fan, accepting the storylines in open arms. Whatever you give to me, Days, I'll take it.
Someone's all, well, she is Sammy's sister. Someone wrote.
Well,
That's true.
yes. Well, Greg,
Yes.
who plays Eric,
Yes.
what advice would you have given Belle? Would you have told her, no, stay with Claire, or girl, go get it?
Go get it.
See?
Girls got things to do, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like there's nothing wrong. I mean, listen, to each is their own. She just, for whatever the case is that her and Sean and whatever course their path may lead to, it's like, hey, I think they're parted.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. But
They are.
but according to Claire, that Claire feels like they both still have feelings for each other.
Of course, because they were once an item,
exactly.
and they
Yeah.
have a child together.
Yeah.
There's always going to be
Yeah.
a love,
Yeah.
respect, and
Yeah.
you know what? You hope that you can put that out there for your children to see, and for whatever means to that, she's got to move forward,
Yeah.
and if Philip is the one for her, let it be.
Yeah.
Wherever it takes place, Vegas or in your back room,
Yeah.
get it done in the janitor closet.
See?
In the
The garden, the mirror garden.
in the bathroom, whatever works.
Linda Tutton says Bella's not a good mother.
Well, okay.
That's
That's
a
a
little
little too
hard.
much. Like, I'm not going that far. I'm just saying that.
How did you guys feel about this? How did you guys feel about Sean popping up immediately after she just got back from Vegas and being like, well, I said yesterday we needed to talk and, I want to talk. Or calling her while she was in Vegas after she made love. And being like, oh, I'm here in Salem and like we should talk about it and all this kind of stuff. Just out of the blue. Like, it was like, here's divorce papers, like I'm good, and now it's like,
But he
let's talk about
didn't.
it.
He didn't make that decision. Claire asked him to come back,
Yes.
and talked him into having a conversation with her. So it wasn't like he's like, oh, okay, he left Maine and was like, I'm gonna head home and see if I can't work this out now. Oops, I made a mistake. You know what I mean? Like there was.
But do we really think he wants to work it out with Belle or no?
Yeah. Why not?
I'm not sure. It's a good question. I'm not sure.
See?
The jury's still out for me because
Because I feel like they're taking us back to like the '90s.
Chloe's there
Salem
now.
High,
Yes.
Chloe, Philip, Belle, Sean, that whole thing.
Well, what do you think he's doing then? Why would he want to talk to her if he doesn't?
I don't know.
wanna
I'm
get
trying to
together
figure
with
out
her?
why he's there too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you had an ulterior
No.
motive or
If
something.
it has
just curious.
if it has nothing to do with Maxine's son, then I have no clue. But I mean, I don't know. It's classic Days. Like they give us a couple and we're like, yeah, we can see that. But then they add someone else in the mix and it's like, ooh, I don't know. Because I can see her with either Sean or Philip.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important that they've reestablished the core characters that were
Yeah.
once there. And
Yeah.
the siblings, the offspring, of these wonderful, iconic, couples, with Sean being back on the canvas, which is great. It was like when Jason was there and then now Brandon's back. And I think it's just to carry the legacy on with Bo being gone. And
Right.
I think it's important. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
the name carries a legacy and let it, whatever torches to, however goes forward is great.
Yeah.
Well, in my poll that I did on Twitter, they voted Sean Douglas with Belle over Philip.
Oh, okay.
It was like 76%.
Oh,
to
wow.
30-some%.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
For now.
Well, they'll fight, there'll be
Yeah.
a little conflict,
And they've got to do that. They've got to put her with one so they can have the other, The
classic soap.
Yeah, can't put them right back together.
That's true.
No.
No.
But I like having them all back. I mean, I
In
mean
every
that.
soap,
I do.
you got to have a little opera to get the soap,
Yes.
So
Exactly.
it's like, come
I
on.
like that. I
like that.
That's a good one. That's a
Thank
good
you.
one.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
that's a good one, Greg. I like that.
Thank you.
So-
I've worked hard for that one. Just sit back and listen.
Yeah. No, I like that. 253. We're at 253. 255.
Yeah.
Let's hit 300.
That's what we're hoping for. You've already set the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
No, they set the record.
Well,
because that's why I am where I am.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for all being here.
Yes.
I hope that we can hit a lot of the questions or answer a lot of the questions that or the discussion or the energy that's out there today.
Oh, because they have a lot.
Oh, they want Eric Ho back together, super couple.
Eric Ho?
Eric Ho, you and Nicole.
I thought Eric was a hoe. I was like,
Eric's a hoe.
What
he
happened?
went what? Since when?
They want you guys back together.
And some, I think what Cheryl just wrote in there too, that it hasn't really come up. And I knew they were going to do this when it happened. That they were not really discussing the fact that Philip has a prosthetic leg.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, they're not going to bring it up.
I was waiting for him to remove it in the strip poker. I would like you to remove your leg.
Wait. I'm so up here.
Yes.
He's got a wooden leg.
Yeah, and when he was on before, he went to war, and his leg got lost.
This was
so
like
he technically
years
has a
ago,
prosthetic leg.
That was years before I came on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah.
I
before.
apologize for not knowing.
No, it was last week when you were there. You don't remember?
Because I never caught that in his walk when I was there. I mean, he didn't limp or anything. There was never like a peg leg.
I knew though as soon as it happened, when it happened
It was
years
gonna be
ago,
a thing.
I was like, they're not going to keep that up. They're going to. It's going to be one of those things. They're going to be like, oh, we forgot he's got a prosthetic leg. Yeah.
Did
whatever.
they inform JP of that?
But that, I don't know.
Does
That I
he
don't
know
know.
that?
I don't know. If he doesn't, JP, you got.
Well, he had.
Listen,
Didn't
you
he
better
have his
get on
legs
this.
up on the table?
Yeah.
Just
And-
One.
Oh, he had
Just
one
one.
up.
Just
Oh, okay.
one. Just one. So maybe that was the good one.
Yeah.
So maybe he is aware.
So he's a one-legged hooker in Vegas.
Yes, exactly.
That is awesome.
Exactly.
Did that air yet? 'Cause I
I don't
want
think
to
he's
see
on
that.
Twitter, so I think that should be his Twitter handle.
He's on Twitter. That's why he's on Twitter. That's why he's on
I mean,
Twitter.
honestly, did that really go down in Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Well, speaking of the whole blackjack thing, so they played like strip blackjack.
Yeah.
Before they like did it.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. The only thing that Eric
Did he
got
say,
was
excuse
like
me, let me
Let me take off my leg.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope, that didn't happen.
Not at all.
No, I don't think he's aware of that.
But JP, you got a wooden leg. What did you guys think about the whole blackjack strip
It's fun.
thing?
It was fun.
I thought it was nice to see foreplay instead of just like cut to like, eyes all dreary and dreamy and looking into each other, and then it's
Yeah.
like
Well, and I think it showed their relationship too. They've known each other for a long time. They were married once and all
Yeah.
that stuff. It was just kind of like,
they're very playful
Don't
relationship.
BS us. It's all about getting the clothes off. We want to see somebody getting some love on this soap opera today because nobody else is hitting the sheets.
They're
You know what? So I mean, let's really be honest here. They take a shirt off.
yes.
Thank you.
Well,
All right.
well, his shirt was already off. Like they were at a point when we peered in, he already had his shirt off. Belle was in her bra and undies, and
Out of the gate.
yeah.
There was no build up to that.
There was no build up.
No
It's like
mystique?
No.
it just went in and was like 21. You
I'm
gotta
out.
you gotta take something off, and
Yeah.
he went to take off his sock, and she was like, no, the briefs.
Yeah.
Which briefs? Can we just?
Boxer briefs.
I think
That's what I assumed when they said briefs.
When you said briefs, I thought tidy whities. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no, I thought she meant boxer
no grown
briefs.
man wears tidy whities.
But I did love when Sean called
Why wear
and she
anything?
and she picked up the phone and she's like, "Hello, Sean," and then there was nothing, and she was like, "You called?"
Yes.
I actually laughed out loud. I was like, "Okay, that was kind of funny." And I do wish the hotel room looked more Vegas. Like all the
Yeah.
stuff they've been doing with sets and stuff, I've really liked.
Listen, there's budget cuts.
I know, but it's
The
still,
renewal.
I know.
mean, there's a lot of pending factors.
Yeah, but they're
here.
doing other fun and like creative stuff. So I was
Run
just,
down to Home Depot, get a fresh
I
cafe.
probably
Let's
could have
go.
done a better job
Yes.
Sparkle
on
and
a
gold.
budget. I'm a gal on a budget. I know how to do it.
As much as you spend on getting a haircut, they could have put it into the paint.
That's right.
Well, and that's pretty much what happened with that
Yeah.
storyline, right? Yeah. So we'll see what develops out of that triangle. Let's
270.
let's get to Eric, Brady, and Nicole, and the
Yes.
whole still kind of
We're a
aftermath.
triangle now?
That's
Yeah.
how we labeled
No,
the
I didn't even know
storyline.
we were An angle.
An angle. That's how we structure the storylines.
Oh, okay. I got it.
So everyone's still kind of dealing with the aftermath of the car crash, which, and we mentioned this before we started with you, Greg. Like, Eric has had some really powerful scenes the past few weeks, and especially like, laying in the hospital bed and realizing that he killed Daniel and what he did.
Great scene. I mean,
and all
great
that.
scene.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
scene.
I'm going to be honest. I was and sometimes I do drift. So when something catches me, I'm in. And I just remember the scene ending, and I was like, I literally went, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
Same
kudos
here.
to him.
No,
that was
same
great.
here.
It really was fantastic.
No, in all seriousness, yes.
Do you have a tissue box? I may cry.
But no, in all seriousness, but the thing that we always talk about is that there are people on the show who are vets like you are, who we know can act.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the scenes. And some of these scenes have been coming up with these death things and things happening. They're showcasing you guys. You're getting a chance to show your range.
Well,
and
we've said that many times too. Like, it's frustrating for us because we see something like that, and we're like, why have you not been giving him this shit all along? Like, why is he getting these little podunk comes in and it's like, hey, I'm here, don't forget me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on. Like, clearly you know what you're doing.
You can't deliver.
And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I mean, I know it's frustrating for you too, but it's frustrating for us too.
And to me, because I've watched you as Lucky Spencer on General Hospital and Diego on Young and Restless. Some of those were some of your best scenes ever. We got history together.
Yeah.
But those are some of the best things you've ever done, I think.
Thank you.
Actually.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Who's one?
Who's that? Is that me?
Not me.
Not
me. I shut my mouth. I'm not getting blamed for anything.
But they were really good. They were really good.
It's different, I mean, this has been, there's a lot of choices that are to be made in these senses that Eric is going through the fall, and then going through the fall that after, I think, if it's aired, I think when Brady confronts Eric.
Bad dream. That's what he said to you.
Yeah.
It's then and there that Eric and the choices that I was kind of shaping that I needed to make a transitional period. And I think for going forward that Eric is really focused on what he needs to do. I think he tells his father, Roman, it's like, this is it, I'm ready.
He said that this week. I know. I was like, okay, something's up, because he's saying, you said it twice, I think. He's like, I'm ready, or something like that. I was like, oh shit, what is he ready for?
Yeah.
I mean, because there's been a lot of like turmoil and grief and like pity to a sense, and he's like, you know what, you got to just grab the bull by the horn now. You got to own it, and you're going to live with it, and this is how it's going to be. And there's, you got to kind of read through the lines of a sense, and where I was seeing it and where I needed a shift. So I hope that there's some heartfelt and remorse, but at the same time, when you start seeing Eric in this transitional phase, it's going to be much stronger, and I mean, it's only going to get better. I mean, honestly, this tail end of where Eric is and where he's going was my best experience on the show.
Wow. Great.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
And with that being said, it was, we all know that I'm no longer on this show.
Right.
But it's still airing out. And but for whatever it was honestly in a short phase. It was a phase out of Eric, so the less you see on canvas, the less you start remembering, and they're introducing other storylines and playing those out and stringing this one along. And then, when it comes finally down to it, it's going to be jaw-dropping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one thing that I mentioned last week was just how quickly the drinking escalated, and that no one noticed in this
the
this
drinking
time.
was going back to Aiden and Hope. Back
It was, and I remember it was during the bicentennial.
Yeah.
Like, Eric kept, and I was like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like, Eric keeps like drinking, and then like, it was kind of like, okay, but no one else really, it felt like paid attention to it.
Now, as an actor, which you relate to me in that, and saying like, when you're on the show, and it's like, you have no dialogue, but you're present, and you have to make your moment count. You have to be, how can I impact the scene and still be present without just standing like a glorified extra? And that's the hardest part as an actor, that's a contract player. It's like, okay, here's a bottle you were drinking. Oh, we feel bad, we're gonna give you a camera, now shoot the wedding. That was the hardest time for me, and it was probably the most unhappy I was. It's like, because it's like, I know it was somebody else's front burner storyline that was going on, and I don't mind taking a back seat, you know. But it was just like, oh, you're going to be the glorified extra, you know. You're a poster boy today. And, and it was just like, this is really wrong. And that was right kind of when I was in conversations with him. So it was just, for me, it was just like, let's just move along and finish this up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it was just like, boom, New Year's Eve. Like, Eric is like hammered and like driving drunk.
And I
everything
said,
just kind of happened.
I keep bringing this up. They never, ever talked about the fact that you kissed Jennifer.
Yes. What about
I was
that?
like, how does that
No, it cut. I did see it because I was like, oh my God, Missy and I, we were just, Melissa Reeves and I, we were talking and we were like, did you read? And I said, no, I didn't read. And she's like, we're going to do it. And I'm like, we're going to do it? She's like, no, I mean kiss. And I was like, oh, get out. That's great. And she's like, I know. How are we going to do this? So it was kind of like, you know, a shock to us all, but it was like, you know, there was a sense of pressure. And then by that day, everybody was like, Eric. You know, and I was like, wait. I mean, there was chatter on set about the whole thing. And it was fun. We really, you know, we're very professional to our respective partners and stuff. And when we come to work and we do what we have to do. But we were like, how can we make it and to be and have an impact? So it's like, is this a drunken moment or is this lost in the moment or is this like, we're both like friends and we're just kind of, but it goes into a long kiss, but they cut away too quickly. They didn't see the real finish.
Yeah.
There was much more.
Oh, really?
There was so much. Well, I don't know if everybody remembers, but when Aiden kissed Hope in the wedding, and after he drops her and dips her, I did the same thing. I said that's such a great moment, and in this drunken state that Eric is in, I was like, we're back to this same thing. I thought it was a funny thing, you know, but they cut out of it. It would have been fun.
I just wish they would. I don't know. Like I feel like sometimes it's like they give you these little things and then they drop it, and it's like, well, why even do it? You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
And that's how it kind of felt for us because we were like, well, that happened. Now where we're at,
right? You know, exactly.
We've moved on.
Yeah, I'm like, and it didn't even get discussed, and I was like, okay, is this odd for anybody else? But
I still find it odd that no one in Salem recognized what Eric was going through. Like I just felt like it was like a time where everything was kind of hitting the character hard as far as like not being the photographer for Basic Black and everything that happened with like Kristen and the videotape and the priesthood and Nicole and all that.
And all that coming together
it's just kind of like you got overlooked and went to drinking, but then no one realized how much you were drinking and how deep of a hole you fell in until the car crash happened. And then it was like,
well, you have to, and that was also when the transitional period from the staff, the powers that be was in effect. So everything was on a shift. You know, of where we're going, what we're doing, how we were going to redirect, and where we're going to go. And and honest to, you know, what I see now is like I stated before, I think the show and where it's going, the numbers, they completely reflect the direction and the vision of what's happening. I don't know if everybody's feeling the same way, but as far as story and stuff like that, but I mean, I think the show's been beautifully shot.
I think it looks better. I'm still not 100% sold on everything that's been going new. I don't like the fact that the writers only know how to write death to get somebody off the show.
Well, this is true.
It's really annoying, and I do feel like they do what is best for that, like in their mind, what they think is best, and I really don't feel like they care about what some of the fans.
Well, I think you know, in a lot of the death, it's helped open up and free up some funds to bring in like the Stephen Nichols, the Peters, you know, to bring in these core characters. That
here's one of the things that we had brought up. This is a little off track, but when he wrote this article about killing off Bo, and he's like, well, we had to because they wouldn't have accepted Hope with somebody else, and I was like,
we did.
Not true.
We accepted
because everybody was happy with her. I mean, obviously there are the people that are the Bo and Hope people, the Bo fans, but there were so many Hayden fans, and I was on.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Hayden.
It's called Hayden.
Hayden, hoping.
Just getting up to speed, so I know my notes.
And it was like, so I was, as soon as I read that line in the article, I literally was like out loud to at home. I was like, that's a lie. Right. That is not true, because we were fine with it. Well, so you could have just let him stay away and have it be that way. Like and
Daniel Crossgrove is an exceptional,
amazing,
phenomenal actor.
He's the thing that is upsetting is that it takes a lot for that actor to come in between a super couple like that and have people fall in love with the new couple. Yeah. So instead, I don't get what's going on in their head, and I get there's a lot of business stuff that I don't know. But
outside the political area of the writing, the show, and stuff like that, what Daniel was doing for Aiden's character and the direction. He is so beyond gifted and talented, and what he was doing and whom he is as a person. It's like if you could see just one fraction of his personality shine through his character, and having a troubled history with the son killing his wife and all that. I mean, it was just getting to the heart of where it was going, and then it was gone.
Yep.
But Daniel is fantastic. I love him dearly, and he's a big fan. I'm a big fan of his, and we've known each other for a long time. And so, actually, the funny story is that Daniel and we both tested for Diego.
Oh, they're gonna arrest us. Yeah.
And he's like, I hated you. Every job I went up for, you always. This is one job I got, and you weren't in mine.
But he's okay. He did All My Children. He did.
He's been around.
Yeah, Guiding Light. I mean, he did 90210. I mean, he's had some work, obviously. But it's funny. You guys did the same for Diego.
More so into this storyline this week, we saw Nicole talking to herself.
I want a spinoff.
I love you, Nicole.
Of Nicole and Nicole on TV, just them talking to each other.
Oh, this is the twin power thing.
I just love her. Well, and I said it before, when she has the scenes when you guys have to like talk to yourself by yourself.
Yes, but just know she is a Gemini, so that's why she has mini. So, I'm a Gemini, so when we were together, there was many of us. I never knew who I was getting.
Well, I loved it. I just thought it was fantastic. And I love her, and I just to see her in scenes with herself, I was like, I'm sold, and I would watch this every day, 5 days a week.
Completely so. And I also love what she's doing with Nicole and the state of Nicole right now too, because just like. The fact that her world keeps crumbling down, like we feel like Nicole cannot get a leg up. It's always like when things seem to go well, something happens and like it hits the fan and she's back down at the bottom where she was. But to see her like this week on the couch, wrapped up, watching the 74 minutes and 8 seconds of footage that, as they specified this week, that she has of Daniel, and just like what she was going through and kind of that inner dialogue of like, you have to snap out of it. People need you. Remember how you talked to Parker, and then the knock at the door with Teresa and being like, Kate and I need you. It was just like, okay, this is all like powerful moments.
Yeah, once again, we get to see Ari Zucker do her thing. Yeah. She's another veteran who can act.
Yeah.
And she's been.
She's not just a pretty face.
No. And she's. Of course, we know her off camera. She's a great person, but I mean, just seeing her act, her buns off.
Yeah.
And what I like, the one thing that I like they brought up was this is the worst thing I've ever been through. Really, you buried 2 children.
Yeah, I like that line.
I like that they brought that. I was like, that was not the worst thing you've been through.
Because one, they're referring to Sydney, and then she had one that she lost. Correct.
Exactly.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had that right.
She can't get a leg. Like you said, can't get a leg up. She seems to always just have problems, and I like that. Nicole, I guess she was calling her Nikki, so Nicole was like just bringing her up to speed, like, hello girl, you've been through worse. Yeah. Where's that strong girl? Where's the girl that always fights? Where's the girl? Yeah. She conveyed both of them so well. Yeah. It was amazing.
I wonder if they're going to have a scene where Nicole gives up Daniel's jacket.
I know when she walked in the photo shoot with on, I was like, really? We're still wearing the jacket.
Yes, the jacket.
We're really still wearing the jacket.
She's been wearing that jacket since Daniel's death, and I'm pretty sure tucked in the pocket is that Thai restaurant menu.
Well, she tore it up. She tore it up.
I'm pretty sure. But
now is there more? Like, are we seeing more of like? I mean, don't worry, I'm not complaining. But are we done with Daniel and Melanie? Are they off the show?
You know what? I was wondering the same thing this week because, well, no, the funeral hasn't happened.
Oh, so there is a funeral?
I mean, so. I would hope so.
I guess you can't say.
But I would hope.
Well, Nadia's come back obviously because Chloe's on the show now.
Well, Nadia did, or Chloe does say no. There hasn't been.
There hasn't been.
So,
but is it an on-screen funeral?
That's what we don't know.
We don't know.
I don't even know because I was kind of in my own state of mind.
Yeah. Right. Well, we hope that it's going to be an on-screen funeral. It's not like one of those things where
who hopes there's an on.
Maybe coming from the funeral, I think people like.
They don't actually see it?
Yeah.
Good.
I think, I mean, I don't know. I'm not putting any truth to that, and that's it's going to happen.
I'm just saying. I'm not going to be upset if I don't see it.
I think so many people have gone through so much loss.
Yeah.
And you've already gone through the bow and the aftermath of that, and now you're going to have let's do another one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Aiden didn't have a funeral, but I mean, it's Dr. Dan. You know, he's
and he, that happened all very quick. I mean, he was
true.
Done deal. And
speaking of somebody who slept with half the town.
God bless him.
He went through a lot. I mean, Kate, Chelsea.
Really?
He started with Chelsea. Chelsea was his first story. And I was like, what's with this?
Yes.
So he had nothing to be sad about. He left.
He
left his mark.
He left his mark. You can say that again.
Someone in the chat room said the funeral's Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Well,
great.
So
there you go.
So that means Melody.
Look forward to Thursday.
Melody.
And I don't get these dreams.
I'll be drinking wine during that.
Of course you are. I don't get these dreams that Brady's having about Nicole. And I hope they're not trying to tie it into he has Daniel's heart.
Oh, they are. Completely are.
That's obvious.
What do you mean? How do you...
Yeah, I know.
It's not obvious?
So what? Is he going to walk out of the hospital room and ask for Thai food?
Well, but I will say this.
You gotta pull it out of there. Baby, look what I got in my favorite restaurant.
I'll love it, though, if they make him like a surgeon now. He's like, no, I'm a surgeon. No, I'm kidding.
Because he asked my lady about it.
But I at least like that. I at least like that they're talking about it.
Yes.
Like that he asked Marlena.
They're going to make a triangle between Jennifer, Jim Lily's character.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Obviously. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, if they're doing that, we all know. Come on, we've seen this dance before.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree.
And now with his heart, come on, he's got Daniel's.
I mean, and it's so like that's why I'm like, how can you not say that?
That's a little bit too soapy.
It is very soapy.
I mean, really, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's very soapy.
I mean,
yes, I agree.
No, I'm
very soapy.
So Friday, I'll be doing a dance.
You have a Friday dance?
Friday, I'll be doing a dance.
Because Daniel's gone for sure.
Daniel's gone for sure.
Do we have a love-hate thing?
Well, no.
It's not even love-hate.
So just to catch you up, Greg.
If Billy walks in, are you just dancing on Fridays?
Yes. If Billy walks in, that's a whole different kind of dance.
That's a different kind of dance.
And with Eric and Greg, you just tissue, huh? Okay. Wow, that's what I got. I was hoping to dance.
Well, just be glad that he doesn't dislike you as much as he dislikes the character of Daniel Jonas and Melanie Jonas.
That's right.
But I've been campaigning for the Jonases to leave Salem for quite some time.
Oh, really?
He has.
Okay.
And it's not. I mean, we said this when we had Molly here. I have nothing. I mean, I don't know them. It's not like Molly. I know those people and I don't like them.
It's just the characters
I don't like. We talked about this the other day. Okay. I'm like, I think a lot of my angst towards Melanie was just that she always seemed to interfere with storylines that I liked. So I think I was taking it out on her.
Okay.
I don't necessarily have anything against her. I just don't like, and I don't like that like sappy. She's always whining. So, and I just don't like those kind of people. So I think I just don't like the character. So, and Daniel's just obnoxious.
And the thing is,
that is the soapbox of Mark J. Freeman.
We're trying to because I've seen online people say you guys must hate the actors. No, we don't. We're commenting on characters.
Characters, yeah.
On all our shows, it's just
we
characters.
love the people.
Yeah, actually, we do. We like.
I even said too when the whole thing with Dan, I just didn't understand Nicole with Daniel. Like it just didn't make sense. Everything with you and Nicole was, Eric and Nicole was makes sense, and it was going where it should have been going, and I didn't understand that complete gear change. I'm like, that just doesn't even make sense. Like to go from the history that you two had together to like
what Nicole and Eric had was truly, and for me being there and doing the story for as long as I had, which wasn't very long, but it felt forever, but it wasn't because it kept stretched. Yeah, it was like string cheese, like really.
But even like the stuff,
tie us to a pole, blow up the building. Oh, put us in a heat shaft. We're gonna die.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like it was like right after that. Now she's in love with Daniel. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Like you just have this great moment with the two of you. Right. And then it's like, okay, I
just imagine how it was for us as the actors.
Right.
Like,
right.
How can we justify the action behind?
Right. It just didn't. It didn't make sense to me. So that's again. Those are my issues. Not necessarily the actor.
We love you.
It's just my passion.
Don't hate on me.
Not you. No, it's not you. I was on your side. Trust me. And I will say this.
There's more?
No, this is about...
There's more?
No, this is about Greg coming in as Eric.
Yes.
Because I was a huge Jensen Ackles fan.
Same here.
But the thing, I think your first thing that was I like this guy, was that you made a comment that you spoke to Jensen. Did you not? Before you took...
Jensen and I, we know each other very well. When he was on the show...
Oh, okay.
And we actually grew up 10 minutes from each other.
Oh, right.
Actually, Jensen called me when he heard, because we have a circle of friends.
Right.
We still communicate, and I still reach out to him and talk to him.
Well, I like that. I like that you guys, I didn't know that you guys knew each other, but I like that they kind of communicated, and he said, this is what.
Notes a little.
It just,
when I was in Vancouver shooting a movie, he was like, hey, I'm up here. Let's get together.
Yeah.
And go to dinner, whatever. I want you to see my family or whatever. If they're here, and come by the set. If you're not filming, we went to dinner and drinks. Jensen's a great kid.
Yeah. No, I just felt like I felt like, because they're tough shoes to fill. But, and I'm going to say it again, because I love that Lauren Coslow said it, and I'm going to keep saying it, because it's like my thing now forever.
You can say whatever you like. You said a lot.
Yeah. Speak your mind.
She was saying, we had talked about her replacing Deborah Adair as Kate, and she was saying, if you think of it like a stage actor, everybody, how many men have played Hamlet, and this was my Kate, and this was your Eric, and it's hard. They're hard shoes to fill, but you made him still likable, still, somebody that we still wanted to watch and see his story develop. So thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you.
That's true.
Is there anything else from Mark J. Freeman?
I know. It's like,
I'm okay.
He's had a lot on his plate.
I know.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So,
were there other storylines too?
We are not. Are we not supposed to be dishing days on this show?
That's true.
You're welcome.
Keep it going.
Dang, I gotta drink some tea on that one.
Mm-hmm. Sip side eye, sip tea.
You know how you were just saying how people are like interchangeable and characters come in and play different people.
Are you recasting me?
I'm pretty sure I can find someone with long hair to play Mark J. Freeman.
I am on a
Is that what this is? Are you trying out for my job?
I have hair.
I'm hair. It says hair, Tony.
I have a lot of it. Let's see if it might work.
Oh, he does have hair. See, his is longer than mine, guys.
That'll work.
That was about how long mine was earlier today.
Yeah. That'll work.
Yeah.
I could feel it. I'm not as cute as you, but I was...
Billy who?
Billy who?
Greg, I will let you know you just created a new photo and gift that is going to now be replayed over and over and over again.
That will be on my reel.
You just completely tried my entire life right now.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on to some more days. We're going to chat more with Greg and take your phone calls a little bit later, but we're going to dive right into some of the other storylines that have been happening this week. And we're going to move on to Hope, Rafe, and all of them.
And Andre.
First of all, Andre's the only person who's really concerned about Stefano.
Only one.
I know. I love it. It's kind of funny.
Like no one else really cares about what happened to Stefano.
I was thinking too. I wish. Like I like that how they did this. I like that Hope killed him. I think I'm sold on it.
Okay.
Yes.
But I almost wish she would go to Marlena and Roman and Abe and be like, John, look what I did. Yeah. And they all I would love them all to be like, okay, let's cover this up. You know what I mean?
Yes,
kind of for all the years that Stefano couldn't be in jail, I just think it would be a hoot.
I agree. And so she went in and she got okay with the whole killing, saying she killed, what's his name?
Right.
The doctor.
So she's free.
She's free.
Until Andre's about to uncover something.
He got to the warehouse.
Wait.
I know you're going to say exactly what I'm going to say. Go ahead.
Pause. Go ahead. So, first of all, I get that the DiMeras always have people working for them and looking after them and all that kind of stuff. Love the man who said, "But you're not paying us," because clearly
oh my god, that's hysterical.
They have no money.
That was funny.
But when the guy was like, he slowed down at mile marker 15.
That was so dumb.
And he went 30, and then all of a sudden, cut to he's found a building and found where
at mile marker 30. Really, come on, guys.
Someone can tell me right now on my route home that I slowed down at mile marker 15.
Maybe a squirrel ran out.
I would not know why I slowed down unless I had the thought of like, oh, if I take this exit, Chipotle is like right over here. Like that's the only reason why I would like slow down, unless it has something to do with food.
They have Ebola right now, so don't not. Chipotle.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But
start promoting them.
No, not that. Well,
advertising.
I slowed down for KFC.
I knew you were going to say that. That's exactly what I was.
Yeah.
It's nearby. I know where it is.
So, but I found I was like, okay, really? Like, so you guys did all this stuff to cover up the murder and like put the chess pieces back, but you put the chess piece wrong. You didn't cover up the blood that's on like Princess Maria. That's what I call her. Whenever I see the little statue, I'm like, look at Princess Maria. She got blood on her back. And now you're slowing down at mile marker 15. Like, what is he doing? Is he praying on the way home? Like, just a little quick prayer for Stefano. Sorry about it.
This is what I'm talking about, though. This is what makes me angry. Is this again? This like, don't think that we're stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're a room full of paid writers, and nobody could come up with a better way for him to figure out that they were in that warehouse.
No.
Somebody couldn't have been driving by and say, "Oh, I saw Rafe's car leaving the other day." Like. There.
No.
Done. We don't even have to have that stupid line.
Slow down at mile marker 15, going 30 minutes outside of where he lives.
Oh, sorry.
That's what they came up with.
Yeah, I am on a roll today.
And then yeah, you are. And then on Friday, like, okay, did it look to me like the body was just like there, just on top of stuff? Like
Stefano's?
Yeah.
He's underneath, isn't he?
He's underneath it.
Oh, okay.
He's underneath it.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there.
I think he is.
My problem isn't even any of that stuff. Here's my problem. I have my little mini rant.
Oh Lord, this show is gonna go.
I know. It's just be quick. It'll be quick.
You bring out the best in us,
I
Greg.
know. I'm just like gonna get some pizza.
Yeah.
Feel free to have a pizza roll.
Yeah. Okay. So
Thank
my
you.
problem is Hope just lost 2 men that she thought she was in love with. And now all of a sudden we're gonna have a near kiss and oh my, he's just my friend. What are you talking about?
But they've been building that.
But still,
It's been happening since before Bo got
but
actually.
but you just lost. I still go back to my thing. You just lost 2 men. One tried to kill you on your wedding night you thought you loved. Then the love of your life comes back and he dies. And I'm assuming we're only a few days after that at this point. And how could you even? And even though she just say I'm not ready to date or anything, you can still see in her eyes she's thinking about it. I'm like. That's the last thing I'd be thinking about.
But just think, you know what, you hated that, but you know what I thought of?
Right.
We now have a montage to replace the slow dance that her and Aiden used to do.
Oh God, the slow dance.
Well, you know, with the raised eyebrow and the like, ooh, now we have that.
Somebody said they zoomed in on the no dumping sign.
No dumping. They did that.
So, and Lonnie is on to them.
Lonnie, she might be the best detective in Salem.
I know. She's like,
who's Lonnie?
Lonnie is
Sal Sowers.
Yeah.
Abe's daughter. Abe's son daughter.
Yeah.
Yes. She's like
Jack's my storyline.
Sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody.
It's okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
But she's been looking like
you already established that there was a period on days that you were just kind of in your own thing, your own world.
Your own world.
So,
I know. I was in a hospital bed.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Car crash.
At least you got to lay down
trauma
for a little bit.
I did.
Relaxing.
You know what? But I was speaking to John Aniston, and they said he was actually in like a wheelchair for a long time. For those that know the show for the history,
Yes, he was.
That he was actually in a wheelchair for like a year and a half.
Yes.
I was like, how did
Victor
you
was?
do that?
Yes, he was about funny. But I would say about a year and a half. It was a long storyline. He was told, and they had to keep wheeling him around.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it was back in the 90s.
Almighty.
Yeah, so I'm just like this storyline. I mean, well, at least Audrey's onto them, so I guess we'll find out.
Abe's Insta daughter.
Insta daughter.
But I also think Chad is kind of coming around too. Like Chad is
He's
starting to
figure
feel
it out.
like something's not right, and they keep dreaming about it. Can y'all dream about something?
I think it's odd. I thought that was odd that he was dreaming about.
Like the conversation that was being said?
Yeah, that seemed odd to me. I don't know what.
Well, I think it was him going through his mind of what was being said and kind of processing it because he's already thinking about it. So, of course, when you go to bed, it's like, after this show, when you go home and go to bed, like you think all things Billy Flynn.
Oh.
It's kind of like that.
I can
Now you understand it.
Got it. See, you got to put it in a way that I can grasp it. Got it.
And I just want, before we go on to other storylines, just want to briefly say, because actually part of the Demos has appeared. He is.
Yes.
They explained that he is exactly 30 years younger than Stefano, so makes him about 50.
Who?
that Demas, his brother, because I said he was 20 years old when it happened, and that the father.
I love that you did the math.
Well, I did the math. Vincent Azari, who's a great actor, by the way,
so
too. Another great actor.
He's playing 50.
Yeah, he's playing 50.
Okay.
And he's playing his younger half brother, and there's a whole thing with Helena, his Stefano.
First love.
It's like they're about to get married, and the father slept. And there's a whole crazy thing, and there was some death. So Demos has some demons in the past for them, but it turns out him and Philip knew each other already, and they're working together.
Right. And so, well, see, it was funny because the first time I watched it, Philip is 30s.
I'll say late 30s.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And they're brothers?
I know. No, uncle and nephew.
Uncle and nephew.
Yeah.
And they know each other. They have a history.
Apparently,
supposedly. We're just finding out now. Because they had scenes with them together. Because the first time I watched it, I got this, I don't know, I thought as Philip was wanting...
I meant Victor. Sorry, people.
You what?
They're all correcting me. I meant Victor.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was odd that Philip would be going after Victor. I didn't feel like there was a reason for it unless there was something that we don't know about. But then after I watched the second time, I was like, oh, okay, he doesn't want to help Deimos. But so Deimos must have something on Philip, is my guess.
Yeah, also too, because he said, you want me to tell him what you've been up to or
Deimos must have something on
Philip.
Okay.
So they're working together. That's what I said. That was part of that.
But I liked the Kyriakis family. I love Victor. So what's his name? Vincent?
Yeah,
Vincent.
I like him. I mean, so far, I mean, I only know him like a day.
Another veteran.
What I know about him, I like. And he used to be on Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara, Guiding Light.
Trying to get me started.
He's on Guiding Light twice.
Is Victor your quote of the week?
No.
Okay, because I love when Victor said when he was like,
I think I have it written down.
Yeah, he was when Philip was like, "Oh, I thought you had two brothers." He was like, two. Oh. Two that I acknowledge. Right.
Well, he goes, how many brothers do you have?
I actually did write down a couple things that Victor said when he was talking to Philip, and Philip said something. He was like, when he was like, for sure, whatever. Yeah, I was down too. Victor saying that is just like, okay, gold. And then when he says to Philip, why are you here? And Philip goes, you mean alive?
I know.
Those are great. But those are not my quotes of the week.
Really quick, before we move on to tidbits, I feel like there's something cooking with Sierra and this party that's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's supposed to disappear.
Yeah.
Something's about to happen with that.
I agree.
I just want to touch on that.
Cousin Sierra.
I agree.
Yeah.
No comment.
No comment. No comment.
No comment on that.
No
All right.
comment.
So let's get into tidbits really quick and breeze right through these. So after we do tidbits and our segments, we are going to take your calls live. So if you have a question for Greg, please feel free to call in. Remember, when you call in, name, where you're from, your question, kind of keep it short. Sorry, because we're going to get as many people as possible. All right. So right into it. John and his mom. First of all,
Maud is her name.
Maud.
I googled it.
Of course it would
her
be.
actress's name is Eve Brenner, and her character name was Maud, even though they never said it.
Right. Well, cutest little thing ever.
I love her.
But I kind of felt like, oh, she's just divulging all this information too quick. Like there was no build.
No build.
Like,
yeah, he was just in the room.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't an introduction. I even rewound because I thought, I missed them meeting because it went from him leaving Marlena. And then he's standing in the room with her.
Right. In New Orleans, mind you.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was, prove to me or say something to me that you're my mother. How about I say this to you, open wide, let me swab, and I'll get back to you in 20 minutes to see if you're my mom or not.
Yeah.
Well,
this storyline, I just had no
like, where was that going for a second?
I know, I did the same thing too. I was like, what does he want him to do with his mom?
A DNA test.
DNA test.
Yeah.
DNA.
I
got it now. It took me a second, but I was like,
I thought it was odd too that like she explains that they made her do it, but then he got so angry with her for doing it. And I was like, she just explained, like, you know who these people are. Yeah. She just said that to you. Yeah. Yet you're going to scream at her and be like, I'm done with you now. And I was like, that doesn't even doesn't make sense to me. But
talk about the storyline.
Just too many new characters.
Yeah. Can we touch on the fact that John wouldn't have been John Black, but John
Robichaux? Robichaux or something like that. Mm-hmm. I thought that was...
and then you know what I did? Like, I went through my head of, like, everyone else. Marlena Robichaux?
Yeah.
Belle Robichaux, Brady Robichaux.
Well, my other thing, too, was that at least he made a comment. How weird is it that I picked the name John Black and my real name was John? Like, at least they said that, because I was like, that's kind of dumb, but whatever.
Yeah.
They clearly don't listen to my thoughts and opinions.
Well, if they did, Billy Flynn would be the only person on the show of Days.
That's not true. There would definitely be other people.
How did you feel about Casey when he was there before Chad?
Who?
Exactly.
Oh my
Casey
God.
doesn't exist to him.
Casey's
Wow.
great.
So
Yeah.
that was like Eric or Greg didn't exist pre-Jensen, since Jensen. So it took.
Oh no, you
did
exist.
No, but did it take a while for me to win you over?
No, I said what made me like. I liked you from the beginning, and I said that doesn't happen for me
You're
very
a
often.
tough wall to climb.
You did well. That's what I said. What impressed me was that you.
Trust me, that
I
wall
read
was
the
not
article
that
that
tough.
you had a conversation with Jensen about the character, and that impressed me. And I was like, that's cool that he is really wanting to know about this character, and I was sold from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
See, you'd be on my case.
Okay. I'm like,
You'd have a lot more scenes in the
Sweating.
heat dog.
yeah, you should. You should over there.
I'd be like,
He's a tough
Greg,
audience.
Greg, please report to the heat ducts.
Yeah.
Please report.
my gosh.
Mark is directing another scene. We need you.
But what's the gap in between Chad and everybody else? I just want to know. I mean, is there?
We'll see.
Oh my God.
So
Moving on.
So Ava and Steve, my question is, where's Kayla?
Yeah,
I know. Well, she's somewhere in the Martin house.
Yeah, it's right in my house.
Unless she put her in a car and took her somewhere.
Yeah. So what else happened with them? That was pretty
what
much it. There
did
was
I
a
write?
confrontation.
Steve threatened her.
And with the whole thing when he touches the candlestick and she's like, like he really.
I know.
It's like, I get it.
Oh, no,
And
how about
sometimes
this?
it's
How about this whole time when they do text messages, we see the text messages over here, but this time they had a dictation.
voice dictation,
Yes.
which I
And
thought
it's
was
like,
funny.
"Doo-doo, I've arrived in Washington, D.C. Everything is fine.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ava does
I
it
don't
instead of
Yeah.
texting.
Yeah. He don't see.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You didn't miss much.
He didn't miss
So then that's Ava and Steve.
Yeah.
The photo shoot with Kate, Gabby, Teresa.
Is that Tamara Braun's
Nicole.
character?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
great.
She's amazing.
Well, my second favorite Carly on General Hospital.
Yeah.
My second favorite.
They have four of them. I have a favorite Carly.
Greg.
I was number 3 on
Lucky's, I know.
Yeah, did you
Jacob
like
Young.
that?
You're my second favorite Lucky, actually, better than Jacob Young.
Oh, so I'm always in the
Second.
Jonathan Jackson, sorry.
okay.
Jonathan Jackson,
So,
sorry.
Mark,
See, I'm not so bad.
I mean, really? I mean,
They just give it. See, I'm the lover. I'm not the mean one.
I was accepted, and I was second favorite.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And you see, I'm
James,
very
you know what?
opinionated.
We
I will
had-
tell.
We're still buddies, though.
Yeah, we had this Miami thing working for a
We
second.
sure did. We sure did.
Thought we were vacation together. I was like, I love that. He goes on vacation for like a month.
Hey, look at him. He's like, you're back from your vacation. That's what he said from sodomy.
Yeah. I was like, I want that benefit.
The only person that has taken an extended Christmas vacation. He started in Halloween.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yes.
Smart man. Smart man.
That's right.
So
Photo shoot was kind of tired, but oh well.
yeah.
It basically just showcased that Nicole came out and she's actually starting to get into it.
And that was great.
That was good.
Eve and Justin. Eve finally asked the question
Yeah.
of what's going on, like that. Obviously, Justin is not ready, so that's an end to the Eve Justin thing. Sorry for those of you who are fans of that.
I know.
Jen, we are starting to see these pills.
Yes.
So
Which someone had predicted.
Someone had predicted, yeah. And then Eddie and Eduardo and Rafe,
Yes.
having a moment.
Yeah. And they'll drink, couple drinks together.
Yeah, so it was fun.
Yeah.
And that's Tidbits. All right, so let's go into our segments, and we're going to start with mine. It's Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
That's good. That's good.
once again, my 3 Snaps Award are kind of broken up, and they all relate to how you treat your man. So I'm going to give 1 snap to Marlena for how happy and joyous she was when John came back from seeing his mom. Like, she opened the door and she was just like, oh, and gave him a hug. And I was like, I like that, because that means you're still in love and it's still exciting to see someone. Like, he didn't walk through the door and she's just like, hey, dinner's over there. You know what I mean? It was that. Now, I have to give 2 snaps to Belle for being the little dominatrix 50 Shades of Grey woman that she's portraying when she pushed Philip down,
She did.
climbed on top of him, and gave a quick little
That hair
toss.
flip, right?
Oh, the fling did.
It was
the
good.
hair
Yeah.
flinged it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went from 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The push was like, oh, okay, they about to get it. And then the climbing was like, wait a minute. And then, boom, and I was like, whoa.
Business.
I was like, you got that. So my 3 Snaps Award goes to 1 for Marlena and 2 for Belle.
Oh, snap!
And now it's time to move on to our next.
Okay, Tony.
Sometimes I don't know how to intro because I have to think of the sound.
Yes.
So now it's time to find out from James Lott Jr. Look who's related.
And here's what's funny, because just before I knew he was coming on the show this week, I had a lot of people ask me, how is Eric and Belle related? Like, I got seriously like 30 or 40 tweets and things. Like, can you just please explain? And Carrie's in there somewhere, and Paul. So quickly, I did a picture grid almost like the Brady Bunch. So okay, Marlena had kids with John and Roman. John had kids with Marlena, Tori, and Lady Isabella. Roman had kids with Marlena, Anna, and Kate. Okay, hold on, you guys. I'm gonna post this online so you can actually see this. Carrie, Eric, Sammy, Cassie, and Rex all have Roman in common as a dad. There you go. So they're all half siblings to each other. Two sets of twins. He's a twin with Sammy, and Rex and Cassie are twins. Belle, Brady, and Paul have John as their dad and are half siblings to each other.
You really had to write it out.
I did. I had to write it out. Eric, Sammy, and Belle have Marlena in common.
Eric, Sammy, Belle. Okay.
So they're half siblings. So Eric and Belle essentially are half siblings.
Half siblings.
Interesting.
Through Marlena, but they're all kind of related to each other.
I'm still trying to get down to Cassie and Rex.
Yeah, because they're
the ones that came in the pod.
They were
really like
Roman and
Mindy type thing.
Roman and Kate had
like
kids, but Marlena
yes.
was the surrogate. Marlena was the surrogate.
They were aliens.
So she gave birth.
That was not during my period. I didn't even know I had those.
Cassie and Cassie.
Oh yeah,
I learned something new. I had some more offspring.
Eric Winter and Cassie Thorpe. They played the twins.
Yeah.
Those twins.
Wow.
I'm their historian, so that's what goes on.
They'll be on Salem very soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, who knows, right? Who knows, right?
All right, and that has been James Lott Jr.'s. Look who's related. Love that.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, just you wait, Greg, because now it's time for
Mark's Quote of the Week.
Oh my God, this is just getting better. You've held me off the show for this long. Wow. I'm coming back. Mark these words. I'll be
Pizza
back.
rolls. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Yep.
All right, my quote of the week. You guys did vote on my poll. I think I'm just going to always put Chad in there because I know that you're all going to vote for him because you think that I'm always going to vote for him, which I don't always.
Shocker.
And the people who voted for Nicole were correct. Nicole is getting my quote of the week this week. It was the fabulous scene with Nicole and Nicole. When after Nicole spills wine on herself and she says to herself, at least have a martini in a glass, the way God intended you to get sloppy.
Oh, yeah. That was an excellent one.
So Ari Zucker gets my, I think it was 2 weeks in a row because I didn't have to change her name on my little thing. And I don't know if you want me to do quickly just the fan of the week. I was just going to read this real quick.
Okay.
There was a tweet that really made me laugh out loud and I think I'm saying Christian Bullen. Her tweet said, that moment when you strike a deal with your hubby so you can come home from work tomorrow to catch Dishin Days in peace.
That's a good one.
So
yeah, Christian's good. She's a regular.
And she retweeted our link and stuff.
I love it.
And we're at 291.
We're at 293
now.
So we're at 293. Yep. We need 7 more people.
295. Somebody wrote.
And we're gonna give away that signed script live on the air.
Ooh,
but
you're breaking records.
It is now time for you guys to call
Billy
in.
Flynn didn't do that.
No, he did not.
I'm
gonna get in so much trouble for that.
Do I need to take my shirt off next or something?
They did want that. They did ask that earlier.
They did.
Take the cap off.
Who's in the booth with us? Mark?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mark, will you post the number for me, please?
It's already on screen.
Oh, where?
Okay. Where?
It's really small if
It's
it
on the
is.
screen and the audience can see it.
Oh, the audience is. Okay, well, as long as they can see it. Do we have a caller on now?
Yes.
Okay, well, caller, you are now on live. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Susie Morales-Smedley, calling from Georgia.
Well, hey, Susie, how are you? You are on live with us, and also, Mr. Greg Vaughan is here.
Hello.
Yay!
What's your
How are
question
you guys doing?
or comment for Greg?
Well, I just wanted to let him know that he is going to be so much missed because he has brought such a great light to the character, and I'm just hoping that they have left it open so that eventually maybe he could return.
Yes, I would say it's definitely open for Eric to come back on the canvas.
There you go.
Because people die and come back all the time.
Yeah,
I can stay there.
I'm sorry?
so you can come and stay.
Well, yes, I think that's the overall plan, But right now, I think there's been a lot of change on the show, on the canvas, and so and Eric's been sentenced,
So that's all.
I understand.
Yeah, he's on sabbatical.
I just want to let you know from many of the people in the chat room how much you love, and we are going to support you in any project that you
you're the best. Thank you so much.
You are a fantastic actor.
Well, I've loved being a part of it.
To life.
You just making that call just means a lot to me, so I appreciate your time and just calling in and being a part of the AfterBuzz and Dishin Days and these guys right here and everything that we do and everybody that's listening and watching. I love you all, and so don't ever forget it.
Oh.
Well, we love you too. You guys have a wonderful evening. And
thank you, Susie.
Thank you, Susie. And we have another caller on the line. Hello, you are on live on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Jacob. I'm calling from Texas.
Hey, Jacob from Texas.
Texas
How are
in the
you?
house.
I know Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
Jacob, do you have a question or comment?
Up? I have a quick question for Greg. What has been your favorite part about playing Brady over the past 2 years?
What's been your favorite part?
My favorite part, in the time that I've been on canvas, and what storylines I did have. I love working with Eileen. Anybody tremendously I really loved working with these people at Days, and everybody cast, my crew, the camera, makeup. I have a lot of history with a lot of people on the show for over 20 years, so it was like a family before I became a part of the show. So just spending my time there and trying to put my own little thumbprint, my footprint on the show was it's important, but I thought it was a tremendous honor to be a part of their show, and the history of the show, and going into this 50-year celebration is something that's remarkable, and just a fabric of television, and something that I will forever be grateful for. And they know how to reach me. And
and I just like to say, I got to meet you at Super Show in 2004 when you played Lott Jr. General Hospital, and you were really, really nice and down to earth.
Oh, thank you.
I wanted to let you know that.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed, and thank you for coming.
And he still is.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Well, thank you, Jacob.
I have one more quick question.
Sure.
Do you ever think you'll ever do another daytime soap?
Like I said once, never say never.
That's right. Never say never.
Okay, it was great talking to you.
Bye, Jacob.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you, Jacob. And we have one more caller on the line. Hello, you are on live on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm Tanya Massey. I'm from Flat Rock, Michigan.
Hey, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
And what's your question or comment for Greg?
Will you be willing to come back to General Hospital?
Of course, if it was the opportunity was there, and if it's right, and I think daytime television is just a wonderful platform, and I've had some amazing opportunities. Listen, I've been from Young and the Restless to General Hospital to Luke and Laura's son to Marlena and Roman's son to the history to reunions of Luke and Laura being reunited and married and stuff, and seeing and working with phenomenal talent and cast, and I was speaking to from Michelle Stafford to Maurice Bernard the other day, and and we were just reflecting, and I was like, and Maurice was just so enamored with my beard. He was like, I wish I could grow that, but I don't think that's right for Sonny. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't be open arms. It's just a matter of I do have another opportunity that's that's for first and foremost, and if it comes to fruition, then I won't be going anywhere else in the daytime world.
Yes. Okay. Well, we hope for many wonderful things. Then
there's great things. I've got a lot of irons in the fire, and I love it. And I know that they know where to find me if needed.
Yes. Right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. We're going to take one more call. Thank you so much, Mark, the engineer, for letting us do one more. And this is the final one, our final call. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Ethel from Pennsylvania.
Hi, Ethel.
Hi,
How are you?
What's going on, guys?
Nothing much. You are on live with us, and Greg is here. Do you have a comment or question for him?
Yeah, first I want to say to Greg that I think his acting is phenomenal.
Thank you.
And also, I think you're one of the best criers for men in daytime TV right now.
Okay. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Was it hard for you to be Sammy's brother and then turn around in the movie and be her love interest?
Everybody in the chat room was asking that.
Really?
Yes.
You know what? Here's the irony of the whole thing. Actually, I had screen tested with Ari, Eric and Nicole's characters, and a week later I received a call that Hallmark was doing this movie. They wanted me to come on board, and I said, great, is it local? I may have a project in the wings, so I don't know if I can leave town. And they said, no, it's going to shoot right here. And I said, great, let's just put it together and make it happen. Who's it with? And they said, do you know Allison Sweeney? I said, this is a joke. Oh, it's one of those prank shows. You got punked. I've been punked. Yeah, you got me. That's funny. Ha ha. Let's go move on. And actually, a week later, I'm on set with Allie, and we were laughing about it. But so I was technically, I did the movie first and for a month, and then I went on the show in August. So, this is our profession. This is our job. This is what we do. So no matter the relationship, I mean, Allie and I have been friends for over 15 years, for almost 20 years. So for us to get to work together and see each other and open up our vulnerability and just be true and honest with each other and raw and real, and we did that, and it was in a very comfortable environment on a film set. It wasn't at Days, so she had her moments to really open up and speak to me and things like that. And we said, listen, whatever's to come, that's then. Right now, let's just take it as is and make this as real and believable. And it was the highest rated original Hallmark series.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome. I loved it.
So thank you so much. And we had a great time doing it. We had a lot of laughs. And, our kids, they're in sports camp together. And so I see them quite often.
Yay. And Ethel, everybody in the chat room's thanking you for asking that question.
So we made it, and then we clicked out and went right into Brother Sisterhood.
Yes.
Yep. So to answer that question, so we had no qualm whatsoever.
All right. Well, thank you, Ethel, for calling in, and thank you for always supporting us.
Stay warm out there in the East Coast.
Yes.
I will. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, so thank you guys for all calling in, and thank you guys for joining us live. We have two final pieces of business to do before we wrap things up. One being the announcement of our winner, who's going to receive this signed script that we posted on Instagram, and that winner is Lucas German OPHD. You are the winner.
OPH.
OPHD is him.
Okay.
Funny about this, him and his wife watch our show together.
Oh, how funny!
With pizza or pizza rolls.
Oh, bravo!
Yes. Well, I'm thinking we might, for season 2, pick a different sign.
a different thing.
Never thought I'd say this. I'm kind of getting tired of pizza.
You're getting tired of pizza rolls?
Yep.
I got a bag for you to take home.
Oh, great. My kids will love it.
And as I said earlier, you guys got us up to 1,600 followers on Instagram. So you have hashtag unlocked a prize. And the prize will be another 2015 calendar. Sorry, we're behind. But you will also receive a signed headshot from Kyle Lauder, who played Brady, and also Paul Tefler, who played Xander, and also Mr. Greg Vaughan signed his little card from Day of Days. I'm going to include that too. So look out on Instagram for that, and all you have to do is comment below, and we'll choose a winner next week. Unfortunately, sadly, we did not get to 300 today. So
where we top out?
I saw 295.
295. That was the highest. So it was really close. It was really close, but we said 300.
I was taking my shirt off at 300.
They're still asking.
That was an opportunity missed. list.
That was.
Next time, I've got more time for no pizza rolls.
Somebody just said, did Mark already take a copy of the script and highlight all of Chad's lines?
Yes. Actually, Cheryl just said we were at 297, so we were really close.
Too bad the show's over.
Yeah. So that means next week you guys have to do it, and I'll do it again next week.
I'm going to have to save that. Keep it all in.
Keep it all in.
Keep it all together. You know what? Eric really never got to jump in the sheets too much, so. And I've had so much time off, I had all the time to work out.
Dang it.
But thank you guys for tuning in live. And before we head out, Mark, let them know where they can find you on the social media.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE, or on Facebook / the Mark J. Freeman.
Greg, where can they find
Greg
you?
_Vaughan on Twitter and Greg Vaughan on Instagram.
If you're a GH fan, stay tuned. I'll be here next.
Oh, excellent. Can I crash the party?
Sure, come on.
I'm going to crash that party, too.
I already said what I said in the beginning.
You know what? Exactly. You know what I love? How you do things backwards.
Yep.
I'm old.
And, of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you so much to Mark for not ruining that. I can probably use that for my hosting reel. But a big thank you for Greg Vaughan.
I drifted for a moment, so you're lucky.
Greg, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you
for finally having me on. I petition for this moment.
I love how everybody thinks that it's our doing. Like, we're the ones stopping it from happening.
I just said if I'm going to get on days, I want to do Dishin Days after I'm off, because I really want to dish. I want to talk about storylines that I feel so passionate about.
Yes.
Well, thank you again. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next Sunday for another
Dishin Days.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.